telling them how I shouldn't be cursing and what I should be doing. That's still other forms of, it was Christians in the KKK too. You know what I'm saying? And also Christianity, there's Egyptian monks from back in 1300s. So when atheists tell us, oh, well, Christianity was thrown at you by the slave, no, it wasn't. Jesus been here. We the blood of Christ. That's our people.
This is the first time I heard an amen and drink champs ever. Holy shit. Holy shit. Shit got real.
So I'm trying to tell you, man, Jesus is real, bro. And, man, black people, we ain't gonna sit. I remember when I called to get Rocky out of jail. I called Trump. He said, man, Trump said, yeah, you my friend. You know, my black approval rating went up 40%, you know, when you came to the White House. Now, everybody's like, yeah, he's so crazy, Look at his hair, look at he wearing his hat, blah, blah, blah. I'm protecting, just what Jay said, I'm protecting you by saying a red hat. That's why I got so, you know, irate about it. You know, by the way, we can all have an opinion.
I do agree with you that they do use influencers to, you know, for us to go different ways, and it's other than just on the internet. It's with politics and what have you.
Rap music.
But like I was saying, he was denied without prejudice. Without prejudice, which means he can come back.
Oh, so that's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing. It's still open.
He has a chance to make it out because of the first step. He has a chance. Explain more to him.
Yeah. So that's why we building the team. When we go back, we want to have a stronger. Just a stronger case with what we bring to them. So we
And how long has he been locked up?
Said over 40 years.
47 years. My mother was pregnant with me when he went to jail. I've been going to jail my whole life. Never been arrested.
That's insanity, man.
When I was a kid, I used to get money from behind the toilet because he'd go in the bath. Well, that's how they made it look. He'd take me in the bathroom, get some money behind the toilet, give me $5. Come out, I was happy to see my father because I knew I would get $5, you know?
And,
wow.
All right, I just want to ask. Probably not even, I'm not even qualified to ask this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So, at one point, was he the leader of this notorious gang? Because I know, but I don't really know.
I mean, there's no way around that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. It is what it is. It grew. It started from somewhere.
Right.
And, you know, as he got older and his understanding grew and seeing young men coming to jail, you know, he started doing other things. He, you know, did things like you had to go to school if you was in there. You know, when you came out, you were supposed to each one teach one in your community with, you know what I mean, different things. It was a thing called growth and development. It was a book. They act like it was a negative thing, but
same way like they say the Crips started out as a positive, positive.
Yeah. But it was a guideline from becoming, from being a outcast to society to becoming a part of society, and trying to have economical and political and just building our own community back up, you know. But they said it was a gang book.
Right. So what made you want to be involved?
Having economic and political freedom. Well, I was involved because all my niggas is GD. Right. We just all folks, and that's how we like grew up and like. But
and what's the opposite? It's GDs and disciples. That's the opposite gang.
The opposite is Vivendi.
Did he just say Vivendi? Is that the people who own University?
Yes.
Jeez,
we not in the opposite gang at all. GDs and BDs and we all the same. We all on these blocks that we don't own, and we don't have any political say-so. And without political say-so, you cannot move your people forward. They can put whatever they want in the schools. They can put whatever they want in the food. They can put whatever they want in music. They can put whatever. Go ahead, what is it?
Yeah, but like he's saying, like my father used to bring everybody together.
Wow.
You know what I mean? In peace to deal with situations in the community. Everybody. So all the different organizations.
And it's those, it seems like Chicago got worse.
Anyone you name.
It seemed like Chicago got worse without the OGs in the building.
Definitely.
When I would go, I went to prison with my wife and with Common, and they had everyone on the yard. Then we went into what they call it, the high security. What's the name of the where it's
The
like
whole, pretty much the boxing.
what was the more intense level?
You the hole.
No, but it wasn't a hole. It was just like glass like
security
this,
place, okay.
high security place. And I looked, Andre 3000, Kendrick, me, RZA. It was all the versions of us that it didn't work.
That's crazy.
I was looking at it, I was like,
That's crazy.
there's not too many styles of video game characters in this video game. It's like, I think it's like 8 archetypes or something.
Right.
It's like you get the same character. Why is it, this is not to detract from this, but why is it always a star quarterback and all, this is GTA, this simulation. You know, but God, you know, victory favors the brave. God love this. God say, we want Hoover home, use what you got.
It's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the lawyer. And let me tell you what lawyer is. Just since we hit all red buttons, we got the lawyer that just got Cosby out.
Let me relax. But he got Cosby out?
Yeah. It's so funny. She came by the studio and she wanted to take a picture with her friend, and I told her, don't take any pictures. She's like, oh, she ain't got nothing phone. I was like, let me see her phone. And she stood up, she started screaming at me. She's like, I don't even gotta be at the studio. I do stuff that's important. I say, I do stuff that matters. She started screaming on me in the studio. I was like, I like her.
Well, you
I
thought
like
she
her.
was just taking...
No, she was just taking a picture with a friend because they was like, you know, happy to just be in the studio. We was recording stuff and like a couple weeks ago in New York. And I was just thinking like, I'm texting her real nice afterwards because I'm like, man, I don't want to tell Miss Wendy I lost our lawyer because I told her not to take a picture in the studio. But what I'm saying is she a real person. I actually brought her, you know what's beautiful when you lean into it, because it was when we was in Atlanta and we brought a lot of different organizations, you know, together. And actually, you know, because we had Dirk and Larry and me and Ruga and different people on that album, actually, you know, what Promise told me that be with Dirk all the time is that it actually has affected Chicago in a positive way. When Malik Yusef said it actually has, that Donda exercise, when we was at the Mercedes-Benz, I'm talking about this was like, we had everybody in there together talking. So it was, it already started a positive change. What I like is I leaned into this idea of let's get a better lawyer, because they got me on some, you can't wear a hat, you can't say this, you can't say that. It also made me like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, you know, work on Hoover cases much. And I'm like, man, no, I have to do this. God has called me to do this. And Manop,
it's beautiful,
was like, they had just got caught. Manop called Jennifer up, boom. She was into it. She from Chicago originally, right? From Chicago, prison reform, watch this. She talked to my wife and gave her another code book while she was training to be a lawyer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I was given ideas for skits for SNL, and my wife was in a session with the lawyer that's training her, and the lawyer got on the phone and started making bad suggestions. And I was like, man, this dude's an idiot. They got an idiot training my wife. She gonna fail the bar the 3rd time, because I feel like there's people who might not want, they don't want you. There's people who might not want Kim Kardashian to become a lawyer. Because you know what happens when Kim Kardashian becomes a lawyer? That shirt gets a little bit higher. The cleavage gets a little bit more covered up. It's 14-year-old girls, 17-year-old girls that's posing a little bit. They want to become a lawyer. She affects people in that way. And it's people that don't want her to affect these women in that way. They want her to affect them in that other way. And they could put a lawyer that give you all the right things and just enough wrong things that you just miss your test by this much. You get